Hi guys, just making a video to let you know about the traveling to Portugal. We also have a couple of interviews from our clients from last week who had already traveled to Portugal and in Portugal, just to give you a little bit of an insight of how it's all going. The restrictions.
Yeah, so basically the restrictions, they are split up in for the countries Europeans and for non-European countries. Non-European countries, they are part of the test and the form that you need to fill up. You need to have an essential reason for traveling into Portugal, which can be
Family reasons, work reasons,
health reason,
or any humanitarian reason for that case as well.
For the European countries, there is no any problem to travel. All your reasons basically are essentials. So everything you need is just a test, obviously negative. And and then you need to fill up the form, and then you need to show the card that you are a citizen of European zone and the Schengen zone.
Yeah. For the European countries, we're going to break them up into two categories. For those countries that have 150 cases per 100,000 inhabitants, are obliged to do a prophylactic isolation.
Yeah, so this is kind of the quarantine, but you don't need to you don't need to stay at home. You just need to stay at one place. And then if you go out somewhere, you just wear the mask and try to disinfect the most. And then if we have any symptoms, just check it with the health authorities. So the list of these countries you can find on cef.pt, and it's every 2 weeks they change it. And for the other countries, you don't need to do basically nothing. You just come here as usual, and then on the way back, you might have as well some isolation if your country demand it from you.
Yeah. So it's always good to not only look at your country's regulations for a return, also to look at the country's regulations that you are entering. For Portugal, like Tonya said, it's cef.pt. And then just make sure you check your country's regulations to enter, or maybe you need to add test as well to re-enter your country when you return home.
Well, we're gonna put also all the links that can be helpful for you down there below to this video, and then it can be easy for you to travel. We hope to see you here.
Please, yes, definitely.
We came from Germany, so we just did a PCR test to be able boarded on flight and fill the passenger locator form, and that's it. So 2 things: PCR test, passenger locator form, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Easy to come here. Well, now still in there is the list, but the Germany is not in the list of the countries that need to make a quarantine.
Yeah, that's true. So you have to be a citizen or a resident of European Union countries, but that's it.
And that's it. And now on the way back, what you gonna do?
We are going to Germany, so we need to do a test. For Germany, it's fine to do a quick antigen test, so 30-40 minutes, and we are going to do it in the airport before our flight.
In Faro?
No, we fly from Lisbon.
Uh-huh.
So, we are going to do the test just before our flight in airport, and but now in Germany we have to quarantine for 5 days, but it's fine.
5 days, then after when you come back? Yeah.
So it's 10-day quarantine, but if we will do test on the 5th day and it's negative, we are kind of done with quarantine.
Yeah, so you're gonna stay home, relax, recuperate from the surf.
We got so much sun and
Good time to stay at home.
energized. Enough for 5 days of quarantine. About travel restrictions on the Portuguese, in the rules, who can enter Portugal now in the COVID times. It said only essential reasons allowed for countries with incident rates more than 150. Nowadays it's almost all European countries, but essential reason, it is all travels of citizen and the residents of EU countries.
So for the European countries and the Schengen zone, everyone, like all the reasons are
all
essentials.
the reason, in fact, yeah, you just have to be resident or citizen,
Exactly.
and it means like your travel essential.
Yeah,
So it's like a tricky thing about wording.
exactly.
Laws. Yeah.
About the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, actually it was like really easy to come. Like we just needed to have like this paper
Yeah.
and we needed to make like the tests, and yeah, and the rest was like actually really easy. So
You came from Switzerland
yeah.
to Faro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Nothing on the border. They didn't just
No.
checking the temperature. No.
No, just like the paper.
Just the paperwork
Yeah,
mostly.
that was
Yeah.
easy.
And now to coming back,
Yeah.
another
The
test.
the terrible test, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So the other
Like,
test, yeah, you made here in Lagos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in Lagos, from this private hospital. It
Yeah.
was like 100 euros.
As always.
Um,
Extra charge
Yeah.
for the travel now.
Yeah, they're gonna.
But
Yeah, and yeah, the rest-
easy.
Easy, yeah.
Nice.
So come.
It's so calm, guys. Okay.
It's an amazing place.
I made a PCR test, which you have to do 72 hours prior your arrival here.
Mm-hmm.
And right before your arrival, like basically before departing the country you're going from, you
Mm-hmm.
need to fill in this passenger locator form that you can find online.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know how to, or you forgot to fill that before, they give you in the airport, like in the airplane. In the airplane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then
So
on
you fill
the
that out there, and then they collect it and they give it to the authorities, and that's about it.
and then when you come to the airport, what did they ask, just for the test or?
Yeah. So when you arrive to the airport, you mean the destination?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they just there's like a place where either it's like the border passport check, or
Mhm.
they have a specific place where they just stop you before that. They check your ID or passport and the test, so that you have a negative test. But
So wait, where are you from?
I'm from Latvia.
Cool.
Yeah.
And was no problem to
No.
pass here
No, for me, no, it was no problem.
because you're the resident of European countries.
Yeah, exactly, because it's yeah, well, we're in the EU, and yeah, they just ask you the reason why you're traveling to Portugal, and that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, well, traveling here was very easy because the only thing I needed was a negative PCR test. And yeah, you need to wear a face mask in the plane, but there's no quarantine needed here in Portugal.
They check your test on the entry
Yeah,
in Portugal.
they test it in Holland and they test it in Portugal. So you need it on your phone, but no rapid test anymore.
Yeah, but then like Netherlands, it's still in the list for the quarantine.
Yeah, it's quarantine, but they call it self-isolation. So it's prophylactic isolation they call it. Yeah. Prophylactic isolation, which is like by the rules. What I understood is like you have to stay 2 weeks in the place. You can still go supermarket. You can still go everywhere if you wear a mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to fill up that form that you did in Netherlands, where it's kind of your location, but I don't know if police really check. I think it's just like
Formal.
yeah, formal that
Yeah.
there is not enough policemen to check.
Yeah. Okay. And then on the way back, you just would need again the PCR test.
Yeah, I need another PCR test, and I don't think I need to fill in another form
For Netherlands.
for Netherlands. No.
That's it. And then you
That's
just
it.
come there, making the quarantine there.
Yeah,
That's different for different countries.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
For
need to
Holland,
ch-
it's at advice, but 15th of May it's obligatory. But they maybe change that as well.
Yeah, you need to check on travel.aero.doc. .doc.
So, if you want to go further into the legislation of Portugal, you can check this page, sef.pt,
And here you have the list of the countries that need to do the quarantine. And we are in the Portuguese version. Up here you can change it to the English. But what's interesting for us in this Portuguese version, because down here usually they have the link to the exact law about travel. At the moment it's not here because just today or tomorrow they're gonna change it again. But usually you can find it here. We've already opened the exact web page where you can find all the laws of Portugal. And here is the exact law that we need. It's from 15th of April. At the moment, they're gonna still review it today or tomorrow. And this part, it is more interesting to us. So it's all in Portuguese, but you can easily change it to the English version into Google Translation and Translator, and we already made it. So all this part, it's interesting for us that you wanted to check. And what we've been talking about, essential travel, not members of European Union or that are not countries associated with the Schengen area. And for the non-members of the European Union, it's the essential journers are considered.